The Appleseed Network brings the collective strength of its centers and the communities they serve to advance justice and equity. We are engines of systemic change, working collaboratively for a society where everyone is heard and has the opportunity to lead a healthy, safe, and dignified life. We accomplish our goals by conducting nonpartisan research and investigation to develop and advance sustainable solutions to systemic problems, and bringing bold ideas, pro bono resources, and the full range of advocacy tools to bear in our communities, state houses, and courthouses. A key part of our success is the partnership we have with pro bono attorneys to advance smart policy change. Their critical work allows us to punch above our weight and multiply every dollar contributed to the organization. We count many of the largest law firms among our pro bono corps, and these partners work with the full Appleseed network to make real change. Today, in our current politically fractured environment, Appleseed's evidence-based policy solutions and pragmatic, bipartisan advocacy are more important than ever. We are working to advance access to justice, reform the criminal justice system, combat poverty and build assets, improve education and protect youth, and improve immigrants' lives. Equal justice is an important hallmark of our judicial system. But without access to legal counsel or even basic resources to represent themselves, people can struggle to obtain justice. We are working on reforming court systems so that services and resources can be targeted to those who need them the most, looking at language access in the courts, and expanding resources available for self-represented litigants. Fines and fees for everything from traffic violations to criminal offenses have combined to create a modern system of debtors' prisons, where those who cannot afford to pay are often jailed as punishment. Our network is working to reduce or eliminate unnecessary fines and fees, and to ensure that ability to pay is actually assessed before fees are levied. Economic inequality is at its worst level since the Great Depression. Families struggle to make enough money to feed their children, protect themselves from predatory consumer lending, and access basic healthcare services. We are evaluating the effectiveness of consumer protection laws, working to protect federal food programs, to expand access to healthcare, and keeping an eye on federal regulations around payday lending and remittances. The Appleseed Network is protecting vulnerable youth and advancing education by promoting public school integration, suing state governments on behalf of youth in the foster care system, working to eliminate homelessness among youth, and preventing them from being humiliated in school because their parents can't pay for school lunch. In the face of vast uncertainty, the fear of detention and deportation, and threats of losing access to basic public services, the Appleseed Network is protecting immigrant families by disseminating an extensive manual that gives guidance on how to prepare their families and finances. This manual has already reached more than 150,000 people and organizations across the U.S. and Mexico. We are also advocating for federal laws to protect immigrant youth and families that have been in the United States for decades, and making recommendations to improve the immigration court system.